Dear you, take a slow, deep breath and just hold it for a second. It is me. I am speaking to you from the past, from a time before your nervous system decided that every beautiful thing was secretly a threat. I am watching you right now in what should be a perfectly beautiful, ordinary moment. You are sitting in the living room. The afternoon sun is spilling through the window, painting warm, golden rectangles on the floor. Maybe your partner is reading a book on the couch, or your dog is sleeping heavily at your feet. The house is quiet. The immediate bills are paid. For this one singular moment, there is absolutely no crisis. So, why is your heart beating so incredibly fast? Why does this profound, beautiful peace feel so incredibly dangerous to you? You are suffering from a quiet, agonizing psychological condition that millions of modern Americans share in 2026. The absolute terror of a good day. You have lived through so much profound instability, so many sudden, devastating plot twists in the global economy, the shifting technological landscape, and your own personal history that your brain has fundamentally rewired itself. You no longer recognize peace as a safe place to rest. You view peace as a deceptive waiting room for the next inevitable disaster. You are infected with the silent disease of pre-grieving. I watch you do it all the time, and it absolutely breaks my heart. You look at the person you love, and instead of just feeling the overwhelming warmth of their presence, your mind immediately fast forwards to the terrifying day you might lose them. You picture the hospital rooms, the empty beds, the devastating heartbreak. You are on the second day of a hard-earned vacation, and you are already mourning the flight home. You get a promotion, and you immediately start obsessing over the exact, intricate mistakes that will get you fired in this hyper-competitive era. You look at every single beautiful thing in your life, and you immediately calculate the exact emotional cost of losing it. Tell me, when did you become the grim reaper of your own happiness? You call it being realistic. You tell yourself, I am just managing my expectations. If I prepare for the absolute worst-case scenario, it will not hurt as much when the bottom finally falls out. But that is a devastating, tragic lie. It is the cruelest trick your anxiety has ever played on you. You think you are protecting yourself from pain by wearing this heavy, suffocating armor of cynicism, but all you are doing is actively destroying the joy. Pre-grieving does not make the eventual loss hurt any less. It just ensures that you never get to fully enjoy the possession. You are paying heavy, agonizing interest on a debt you do not even owe yet. You walk through your life like a night watchman who is constantly scanning the dark horizon for enemies. The constant news cycle validates your dread every single hour, feeding you a steady stream of catastrophes, making you believe that tragedy is the only guaranteed outcome. You are so intensely focused on the shadows that you are completely missing the spectacular fireworks happening right above your head. Every time you refuse to lean into joy, every time you hold back a little bit of your heart because you are afraid it will get broken, you are stealing from your own timeline. You are terrified of being caught off guard. You think that if you let yourself be completely, foolishly, recklessly happy, the universe will notice, and it will punish you for your arrogance. You treat happiness like it is a fragile, stolen artifact that you have to hide, rather than a fundamental human right. Look at the immense tension in your jaw. Look at the way you hold your breath when things are going too well. You are physically bracing for an impact that isn't even coming. You have survived the truly hard parts. You fought, you bled, and you clawed your way out of the dark to build this stable, beautiful life you are sitting in right now. But what is the profound point of building a safe sanctuary? If you refuse to take off your heavy armor when you are finally inside, you are treating your life like a tragedy that is just waiting to unfold. And in doing so, you are turning the present moment into a cold, empty ghost town. You are haunting your own life with futures that haven't even happened yet. Unclench your hands. Let them fall softly into your lap. Feel the solid ground beneath your feet. It is not going to collapse. I need you to hear this, and I need you to let it sink deep into your weary bones. Joy is not a trick. Happiness is not an elaborate setup for a cruel punchline. The universe is not waiting around the corner with a weapon just because you dared to smile genuinely today. It is time to drop the heavy, exhausting shield of your anticipation. I want you to make a radical, terrifying, and profoundly beautiful choice today. I want you to choose to be entirely, bravely unprotected in your joy. Yes, everything in this mortal world is temporary. The people we love fiercely, the places we call home, the golden, lazy afternoons, they will all eventually pass into memory. But that impermanence is exactly what makes them so breathtakingly valuable. The fact that a moment is fleeting is not a reason to mourn it in advance. It is the ultimate divine command to dive into it with every single ounce of passion you possess. You cannot outsmart grief. If the storm comes, it will hurt. But You are incredibly strong enough to survive the storm when it arrives. You do not need to practice bleeding before you are cut. Give yourself the absolute, radical permission to trust the good things in your life. When someone says they love you, do not search their eyes for the hidden lie. When the house is quiet, do not frantically listen for the warning sirens. Breathe in the spectacular, boring, wonderfully ordinary peace of this exact second. Let the warm sunlight actually reach your skin without analyzing the statistics. It belongs to you. You fought for it, and you earned it. I want you to look around your life today and let yourself fall completely, helplessly in love with it, knowing full well that it is fragile. That is not naivety. That is the highest, most magnificent form of bravery a human being can possibly achieve. To know that everything ends and to fiercely, stubbornly love it anyway. Stop guarding the exit door and come join the party. The music is playing. The sun is shining brilliantly. The people who love you are waiting for you to truly look them in the eyes without fear. I am so incredibly proud of the resilient, beautiful heart you have kept beating all these years. The war is over. It is safe to rest now. You are safe. Now breathe. Go let yourself be wildly, unapologetically happy.